you doing?
Good. How'd you?
Good. Stay out here.
What have you kind of seen from, the line working together now, especially just kind of rotating at tackle, trying to figure out how that situation works?
Yeah, been pleased with them, through 2 days of pads. I thought our first pad today was as physical of a practice as we've had since I've been here, at least. And then I thought it was followed through yesterday. So that's first and foremost. I think all the working in combination, working in unison, them gelling as a group will come with time in practice. But seeing that physicality was pretty cool.
Is Humphreys a guy that you guys could plug and play, given his
Absolutely.
experience?
Any time you got a guy that's played as much football as he has, at least the one thing you do know as they're learning offense, that Sundays aren't going to be too big for him, right? It's not like getting a rookie or trading for a second-year guy that hasn't, this guy's played a lot of good football, and he's fit right in with the guys. He's gelling with the guys in terms of just in the locker room, which is big. There's no doubt he's proven.
Last time, close to this time of year, was when Puka hurt his knee and missed a lot of reps. What are you seeing in terms of his growth and development? Any difference?
Yeah, I kind of said it in OTAs. I think going into year 3, a lot of times there's a big jump between year 1 and year 2. Sometimes it's year 2 and year 3, in my opinion, when they just start to get really comfortable. It's his 3rd year in this system. I feel like he is in probably, you'd have to ask him, but it certainly looks like to me the best shape he's been in since he's been here. Not that he's been out of shape, I just think he's in the best shape that he's been. That's going to do wonders for him, and in my opinion, it already has. I think he's stacked days. I think every single day has been a little bit better for him, which is what you want. And like where he's at, he'll continue to get better.
Could you comment on Konata Montfield's progress so far?
He just, he understands football, he understands stems, he understands angles, he has a great feel for space, a knack for space. His route tempo changes, he's catching the ball great. He's fearless in terms of just, going over the middle and stuff like that. Obviously that'll have to come to fruition when we get into real games, when safeties and linebackers can actually, light you up and stuff like that. But I think from his college film and what I've seen from his demeanor, I don't think that's going to be a problem. And probably most importantly, he's just fitting in with guys. He's a very mature rookie. Real excited about him.
What areas do you feel like Stetson Bennett has progressed compared to his time last year?
How much time you got? No, he's just like I said the other day. He's grown up so much. He's in such a good spot mentally. Favor going to the quarterbacks have done an awesome job collectively of just being one cohesive group, and learning off each other, and the meetings that we have, the discussions that are just collaborative and organic. He's had great command of the huddle compared to what it used to be, but what I think is even better when that ball snap, he's just playing so fast. He has a knack, and you can see it from his college film, when it's coming through, during year 3. He has a knack of just space and feeling space, when to, speed up his drops, when to tempo it down. But probably what's been most impressive, particularly the first few days when he's going against the one defense a lot, that pocket's collapsed. He just knows where it's out that time. Hey, don't make a bad play worse. And he's done a great job of that. He just continues to stack days, and he's going to get a lot of ops in the preseason, which will be great for him.
Mike, when you talk about this system, I'm curious, because the league is always evolving and you're trying new things, is that evolution and experimenting, is that OTAs? Is that here?
I think it's a combination, there's, we're humans too, we won't say we get bored, but we like to try new things, you go in with foundationally, obviously what our Rams offense could be based on what our players are, stuff like that, but then you start to figure some things out with, what they can do. Let's try this, let's try that, this looked pretty cool, let's work something off of that. So yeah, I just think, again, you're gonna stick somewhat in your wheelhouse right now as we're obviously still installing kind of the base menu, if you will. But as it gets kind of more and more, you just like to play around some things, tinker with some things, and see what our guys can do without, being the jack of all trades, master of none.
So just to follow up on that, when a guy like 17 is here and 10 is gone, is that a big change? Is that a little change? Is it not much of a change?
Yeah, one really, really historic good receiver for another really, really good historic receiver, you know, but they're different, right? I mean, there's, you know, I don't want to start using basketball references, but, you know, it's Anthony Davis and Luka, you know, and like, I mean, I'm not saying one's or the other, but they're both really dang good players, and, you know, you're going to use them in different ways, and, you know, I think we know what Coop's specialty was, and just, you know, how his mind worked, and the numbers that he's put up in this uniform, and likewise with Tay and everywhere he's been and the numbers he's put up. So, yeah, they're both receivers, but they're very, very different. The way we're going to use them is different.
Devontae has said that one thing the young receivers have asked him a lot about is the way he reads coverages and how that impacts choice routes. What is it about the way Devontae does those two things, like, that makes him such a unique receiver?
Yeah, I think I know me personally, when I talk to a guy, if he's running, say, his first choice route, it's like, hey, find your ISO, find your one-on-one, and you work off of him, period. Like, you work off the man in front of you, and if that man and everything just parts ways, it's probably some sort of zone, sit it down, just giving them the basic, like, this is what you need to know in this moment, and now let's go rep, and let's just see how they feel right there within those little minimal coaching points, and then we can coach you after we get 4, 5, 6 different reps. And you get a guy like Tay, who's been doing this for a long time, and, you know, they'll take it a step further. Like, you know, I kind of get scared when he's saying, hey, see what's in there, and if they're getting cleared out and stuff like that. But that is the next level that I think players, particularly guys like Tay, can, you know, pass that knowledge on to a lot of these receivers or eligibles, tight ends, what have you. That, you know, I don't want to say sometimes we're scared as coaches to do that, but again, you just don't want to overwhelm them. You want to do it with practice, and then you kind of, you know, see who has that feel and who doesn't.
Whittington seems to have a more defined role in the offense. What has he improved on? What's the vision for him?
Yeah, I don't know if he has a more defined role, because I felt last year as a rookie we put him in a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily put in rookies. We moved him around. He's a very smart dude. He cares about this game a lot. He's freaking awesome for chase and the special teams. You know, he's playing good enough at receiver that you wouldn't need to throw him out there at special teams, but he's too valuable for them as well, you know. So he's a huge, vital piece for our football team because of everything I said. But what sticks out most with him is he's just flat out tough, mentally, physically. And, you know, you'll ride with guys like Jordan Whittington.
How about Jordan Whittington in terms of what kind of impression has he made through the first couple days of private practices?
Do you want to tackle him, Gary? Sure won't. No, he's, you know, again, it's not live right now. They're thudding and stuff like that. So in some aspects, that's disadvantaged defense because of obviously the target point, stuff like that, and protecting your teammates. But man, this guy's got a great body lean to him. He's got a great demeanor back there. I don't know if he's mad at me or if he just likes football and wants the ball in his hands. So he's another guy, like a lot of these rookies, you just can't wait to see when the bullets are live come August in those preseason games, you know, especially for backs, right? Because again, you kind of got a feel for what receivers and stuff are going to be, but for backs, I mean, they're carrying it between those tackles more than they're not, right? And that's not always a fun place unless you're kind of, you know, you like that life. He likes that life.
How have you felt the impact of Nate Landman just from being on the offensive side of the ball and coaching against him?
Yeah, he's a cool dude. You know, obviously Jimmy Lake was with him in Atlanta. You know, so he kind of got a little knowledge of him before he got in. But you can see the command he has back there. He's got a great energy about him. It's like that really cool leadership of just like, you know, hey, 3 to 4 words to the defense when they come out, or maybe after, you know, we get a big play or something like that. He just got something small to say to those guys. I know he said, hey, we're going to get a ball out here at some point, just talking to the defense, and sure enough, 2 plays later, he gets a punch out, something he does as well as anybody in this league right now. So that's pretty cool. And then what else sticks out is just he'll, you know, you can see when he has a good feel for kind of our formations through practice, stuff like that. If he kind of feels a lineman leaning or something like that, hey, run pass, he's not afraid to trigger. And you like that from guys. You know, he's testing himself out here in July, getting himself ready for September. But I think we're lucky to have him and the leadership he's bringing right now, and he's going to be a good player.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.